Let's see what he has this time.
Better than a bandage.
Don't it make you smile?
But where will they land?
Think you stand a chance against these, do you?
You'll see him again soon.
Heal.
Nowhere, darling. This story's so great it makes me wish I could read. You'll see him again soon.
Don't it make you smile? Just a little twirl.
Shoes bleeding?
And here we go! I believe this is doubt.
Think that hurt? Oh, better, pal. The little squirrel.
You'll see him again soon.
I heal your wounds.
Repairing ally unit.
What? You didn't like that?
Nowhere, darling.
That's the play.
Who's so hot it'll burn your hands? You'll see him again soon.
Oh, better, pal. Oh, did that hit your head?
Fascinating.
4 feet.
The healing power of laughter! All in the wrist!
Vermelia, I have 7 minutes and 48 seconds of free time at the moment.
Then I shall use all 468 seconds very wisely. It's time to answer. Why do you get so nervous around me?
Because of her. You remind me of her.
My newspaper story will be so much more interesting with an actual name.
Shonda, all right? Susanna Craig, your mother. You look like her. You act like her. You talk like her. You drink a damn glass of water like her. It's uncanny. Talking to you was like talking to her. It brings back memories.
Memories of what? The accident? I know you were there.
That and so very much more. Shonda was special.
What was your relationship with my mother?
Unrequited love.
Wow. Direct. And very succinct.
There were times when I tried to get her to love me. Genuinely tried.
But you were as nervous around her as you are around me?
Worse. Every night I went to bed with a smile on my face, thinking of her beauty. Fantasizing of the happy life we could have together. Only to wake up the next morning alone in bed, realizing my lot in life.
I had no idea you felt that way. Did she?
I don't know. Like I said, I could never find the words to tell her. With your father gone since before you were born, disappeared at sea, was it? I had no excuse. I was just pathetic.
How did you feel when my mother died?
At first, guilty.
Guilty?
Guilty for having created the dreadful contraption that resulted in her demise. Guilty for not rushing to save her. Guilty for never fully explaining how I felt about her.
Why guilty for the last one?
I would have taken her away from the circus to a much grander life. She would have retired from lion taming before the event happened in the first place.
Would you have taken her with you for the formation of steam?
That's the funny thing. She kept me from forming it. I was on the brink of leaving to do so when she returned from her travels.
With me?
Yes. I stayed at the circus longer than I had planned to, for her. And I left once there was no more her to be there for.
Had the accident not happened, had you eventually won her over, would steam have ever happened?
No. For the first time in my life, I would have been happy. For the first time in my life, I would have been home.
So this home you're looking to get back to, it isn't necessarily a place, it's happiness? With my mother?
Next question.
Do you blame my uncle for the death of my mother?
Yes.
Always so forthright with the details.
Well, he did make me build the damn device that killed her.
But do you feel he actually planned what happened? Intentionally?
It doesn't matter. She's dead. And that only happened because Randolph commissioned the device. If I could turn back time,
You... what?
I'd bloody kill the son of a...
Hey now, if he's a son of the word you were about to say, then you were talking about my grandmother, who most certainly was not that. And wouldn't that make Mum the daughter of a...
Clever girl. Such a clever, clever, clever girl. Like her. We are at 8 minutes and 12 seconds, Amelia.
Thank you for being so generous. Those extra 25 seconds really made a difference. All kidding aside, I didn't know about your feelings for Mum. And let me make sure I heard you correctly. If you could turn back time...
I'd kill him. I'd kill your uncle. Frame someone else for it, and use your mother's fragile state to be the one who's there for her. She'd have no choice but to finally love me too. I wouldn't even need to state my own feelings. I can think of no happier ending.
You think about this a lot, don't you?
All the time. Yes. All the time.
Remember, we stop asking for more once we feel there's a this will be a bit of a guessing game. First, we'll ask for some plates. Now, if we ask for more plates and get more than we can carry, well, the organize very risky at this point.
What goes up must come down, right?
Yeah. Feels good, don't it?
Things.
What? You didn't like that?
They'll come down. Eventually.
Don't it make me smile?
Moving in a backwardly direction.
Think you stand a chance against these, do you?
So lovely to have you with us.
But where will they land?
The healing power of laughter! All in the
Will
race!
they land? Getting sharper.
Oh, better, pals! You didn't like that?
Fascinating.
Shoes bleeding?
What strategy should we employ in sliding our coins this time?
It's true. Mabry looked at Shonda the way I've been seeing Phyllis look at Randy lately.
The way I what?
Well, I, for one, had no idea how he felt about Mum. I was secretly hoping he'd reveal a good excuse to shift the blame away from family. Alas, no such luck.
Both of you, it's time to stop blaming Randy.
Pardon?
What?
Amelia, there's something I need to tell you.
Dear Lord, Mr. Edwards, you look like you're about to cry.
I might. She She wasn't supposed to die that day.
You know something, Mr. Edwards. What is it?
My past desire to lead the Circus Electrique in its prime is no secret. After 16 years, I had grown tired of waiting for that day to come. I decided to take matters into my own hands.
What did you do, Mr. Edwards?
Without hurting any people, and that was important to me, I aimed to cause a disruption in the circus's operations. If something were to instill great sadness in Shonda, the sudden death of her prized lion perhaps, she would surely end her act, at least for a long while. The grief over losing Leonidas would be like losing a family member, even to Randy. Yes, the mighty ringmaster would be off his game for weeks, especially if he were led to believe the accident was his fault. But the show must go on, of course, and at last, it would be Eli Edwards' time to shine. The rave reviews would pour in to the point that Barnum himself would declare me the new leader of the show.
So you rigged the device to kill Leonidas, but Mum died instead when she gave her life for his.
I promise, only the lion was meant to die.
And that's somehow better?
You not only killed Mum, you also maimed and blinded my best friend for life.
Amelia, I...
Will never come near me again. Leave, Mr. Edwards.
You don't know how sorry I am. I'm just glad I could finally tell you the truth.
Leave!
Of course.
But where will they land?
Freeze ray
They
engaged.
land.
Don't it make me smile?
You'll see him again soon.
Weakness identified.
Feels good, don't it?
Who's bleeding? The fishes are on it again! You'll see him again soon.
Oh, better, pal. Just a little squirrel.
Let's see what he has this time.
But where will they land?
Don't it make me smile?
But where will they land?
Buds! Just a little squirrel!
You'll see him again soon.
Feels good, don't it? You didn't like that?